You ever wake up in a cold sweat, heart pounding, like something's wrong? You can't put your finger on it, but something's just off. This feeling, it's not just a feeling, it's a warning. Something is coming, and it strikes at 12:07. Welcome to Mill Valley, population 1,207, a town frozen in time, literally. Every clock stops every day at 12:07 p.m. Digital, analog, sundials, time itself, pauses. Town records date back centuries. Whispers of strange happenings, missing time, altered memories, people different. And it all started with the clocks. Scientists baffled, no logical explanation, a ripple in the fabric of time, a glitch in the matrix, or something more sinister. Witnesses describe a shift, a coldness in the air, a feeling of being watched, and then it's gone. But the town and its people are forever changed. 12:07 has passed, for now. Our story begins in the annals of Mill Valley, a time before electricity, when life was simpler, or so they thought. Local historians unearthed diaries, journals, fragments of a disturbing past, tales of strange occurrences, always at 12:07, elderly residents. Their memories faded but not gone, speak of a curse, a darkness that haunts Mill Valley, passed down through generations. These stories, dismissed as local legends, old wives' tales, but the truth is far more terrifying. Section 2, The Watchmaker's Tale, Elijah Stone, Mill Valley's resident watchmaker, a man of science, a man of reason. Until 12:07 changed everything, July 12, 1977. Elijah witnesses the phenomenon firsthand. His shop filled with clocks, all frozen at 12:07, a sight that shook him to his core. He spent years trying to explain it, electromagnetic pulses, solar flares, mass hypnosis, but nothing added up. In his final days he recorded his experiences, his voice trembling. He spoke of a presence, something dark and powerful, something tethered to 12:07. Section 3, Sarah's diary, Sarah Jenkins, a bright artistic soul, her diary, a window into the days leading up to that fateful 12:07. Her entries filled with life, dreams, and a growing sense of dread. Sarah describes seeing 12:07 everywhere, on clocks, receipts, license plates. She feels watched, followed. Her dreams become vivid nightmares. Then on July 12, 1977, Sarah vanishes. Her last diary entry, unfinished, ending with the words, "It's almost 12:07. Her disappearance remains unsolved, a chilling reminder of the mystery that grips Mill Valley. Section 4, The Missing Boy, 2003, 26 years after Sarah's disappearance. 12:07 claims another victim, Daniel Harper, a 10-year-old boy, vanishes from the town park. Witnesses recall seeing Daniel playing, then, nothing. He was gone, as if he vanished into thin air. A massive search ensues, police, dogs, volunteers. But no trace of Daniel is ever found. His disappearance sends shockwaves through Mill Valley. Ignoring the truth is no longer an option. 12:07 is real, and it's coming for them. Fear and paranoia grip Mill Valley. Residents demand answers, but authorities offer no solutions. The phenomenon defies explanation. Some try to ignore it, clinging to normalcy. Others become consumed by fear, trapped in a town held hostage by time. Every day at 12:06 p.m. the town holds its breath, waiting, watching, praying that this time it will be different. But 12:07 always arrives, and with it, the unknown. Sheriff Michael Donovan, 30 years on the force, a man of the law, a man of logic, a man forever haunted by 12:07. He remembers the day Sarah Jenkins disappeared. He vowed to find the truth, to bring peace to his town. But the truth was more terrifying than he could have imagined. His testimony, captured on video years later, reveals a chilling truth. The missing are not the only victims. Some are returned, different. Their eyes, their voices, their very souls, altered, as if something has taken root within. Martha Finley, town librarian. A woman of quiet strength and gentle demeanor, Martha had been the heart and soul of the community library for over 3 decades. Her presence was a comforting constant in the lives of the townspeople, a pillar of the community, known for her kindness, her love of books, and her unwavering routine. Every morning she would greet each patron with a warm smile, her eyes twinkling behind her glasses. She knew everyone's favorite genres and always had a recommendation ready. Every day at 12:05 p.m., without fail, Martha would perform a peculiar ritual. She would lock the library doors, a task she carried out with meticulous precision. Martha would lock the library doors, a 2-minute ritual, she would say, to ensure the safety of the books and the tranquility of the library. She would then disappear into the back room, before returning at 12:08 p.m. sharp, without fail. Her punctuality was legendary, and the townsfolk often set their watches by her routine. But on July 12, 1977, something inexplicable happened. The day started like any other, with Martha greeting patrons and organizing books. Yet, at 12:08, Martha didn't return. The clock ticked on, 12:09 came and went, and still there was no sign of her. Panic began to set in among the patrons. When the doors finally opened, the library was empty. The silence was deafening, and an eerie stillness hung in the air. The once bustling library now felt like a ghost town, except for a single book lying open on the floor. It was an old, dusty tome that seemed out of place among the modern volumes, a book on ancient rituals and the manipulation of time. The pages were filled with cryptic symbols and strange incantations, hinting at secrets long forgotten. Martha was never seen again. Her disappearance remained a mystery, and the townspeople were left with more questions than answers. Her desk, once a hub of activity, now stood as a silent reminder of her absence. But her story was far from over. Whispers of her presence lingered in the library, and some claimed to see a ghostly figure among the shelves. The legend of Martha Finley lived on, a testament to the enduring power of her spirit and the mysteries of time. As the years passed, more stories surfaced. Whispers of strange behavior, altered appearances, and the uncanny feeling that something was amiss. Residents reported seeing faces in windows, in mirrors, fleeting glimpses of something wrong. Their features distorted, their eyes devoid of life. The town doctor was overwhelmed with patients complaining of insomnia, nightmares, and the persistent feeling of being watched. The line between reality and nightmare began to blur. After Elijah Stone's death, his son Benjamin inherited the clock shop and the curse that came with it. Benjamin became a recluse, haunted by his father's stories, obsessed with the mystery of 12:07. He spent years studying his father's notes, his research, his failed experiments. He became convinced that 12:07 was not just a phenomenon, it was a portal, a gateway to something dark and powerful, and he was determined to close it. But Benjamin's obsession would come at a terrible price. In the aftermath of Daniel Harper's disappearance, a stranger arrived in Mill Valley. The town, already on edge, was thrown into further disarray. This stranger was unlike anyone they had ever seen before. A man with no past, no luggage, and an unnerving aura. He seemed to materialize out of thin air, as if he had always been there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to reveal himself. He kept to himself, rarely speaking. When he did, his voice was a low, gravelly whisper that sent shivers down the spines of those who heard it. He was a man of few words, but his presence spoke volumes. His eyes seemed to hold ancient secrets, secrets that made people uncomfortable. They were eyes that had seen too much, eyes that seemed to pierce through the very soul of anyone who dared to meet his gaze. Some whispered he was a drifter, others, a private investigator. Theories and rumors spread like wildfire, each more outlandish than the last. But no one could agree on who he really was, or why he had come to Mill Valley. But the truth was far more sinister. He was not just a man passing through, he had a purpose, a dark and mysterious purpose that no one could fathom. He was drawn to Mill Valley, drawn to the 12:07 phenomenon. This strange occurrence had baffled the townsfolk for years, and now it had drawn the attention of this enigmatic stranger. And he knew more about it than he let on. Who was this stranger? What did he know about the 1207 phenomenon that the townsfolk did not? And what was his connection to the mystery that haunted Mill Valley? The answers lay hidden in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered. The stranger among us was the key to unlocking the secrets of Mill Valley. Some believe Mill Valley sits atop a convergence of ancient energy lines, ley lines, invisible pathways that crisscross the earth. These lines are said to carry power, energy, and possibly a connection to other dimensions. Could 1207 be the moment when these energies peak, creating a ripple in time and space? A doorway briefly opened, allowing something else to enter our world? The theory remains unproven, but the idea of Mill Valley as a conduit to the unknown is both intriguing and terrifying. Scientists at a nearby university proposed a different theory, a temporal disturbance, a glitch in the fabric of time itself. They point to the unusual electromagnetic readings recorded in Mill Valley, spikes in activity always at 12:07 p.m. Could this be evidence of a temporary breakdown in the laws of physics? A moment when time bends, distorts, or even stops altogether? Perhaps 12:07 marks a point where the past, present, and future collide, creating a disorienting and potentially dangerous anomaly. The implications of such a disturbance are mind-boggling and deeply unnerving. Deep beneath Mill Valley lies a secret, a hidden chamber discovered by accident during the construction of a new well. The chamber's existence had been erased from records, hidden from history. Inside, archaeologists found evidence of ancient rituals involving blood sacrifice, temporal manipulation, and the summoning of something from beyond our world. Was this chamber used to control the 1207 phenomenon, or was it built to contain it? The discovery of the chamber raised more questions than answers and hinted at a truth far more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. Benjamin Stone, the watchmaker's son, believed his father held the key to the mystery. He pored over Elijah's notes, diagrams, and obsessive calculations. Elijah had written of a temporal echo, a residual energy signature left behind by the 1207 phenomenon. He believed this echo could be manipulated, controlled. But Elijah warned of the price to be paid. Tampering with time, he wrote, had consequences. Dangerous consequences. Ignoring his father's warnings, Benjamin pressed forward, determined to unlock the secrets of 1207, blind to the darkness he was about to unleash. As the investigation deepened, a chilling possibility emerged. Perhaps the 1207 phenomenon was not just a force of nature, perhaps it was conscious, malicious. Witnesses described a coldness, a presence, a feeling of being watched, judged, selected. Could Mill Valley be under the influence of something sinister? Something that thrived on fear and fed on the souls of the vulnerable? Was the 1207 phenomenon a form of possession? Had it already claimed Mill Valley and its residents? The 1207 phenomenon had transformed Mill Valley. But not just physically, it had fractured the very soul of the town. Trust eroded, replaced by suspicion. Neighbors turned against neighbors, friends became strangers. The fear, the uncertainty, it had created a deep divide. Some clung to the familiar, denying the truth. Others embraced the darkness. They saw 1207 not as a curse but as a blessing, a transformation, an awakening. Mill Valley, once a place of peace, had become a battleground, a struggle for the very soul of its people. In the shadows, a new community emerged, the Believers. They saw 1207 as a spiritual awakening, a connection to something ancient, powerful, and deeply wrong. They embraced the changes brought on by the phenomenon, physical, mental, spiritual. They believed they were evolved, chosen. Their rituals, once secret, became more overt, more blatant. They gathered at the edge of town near the entrance to the ancient chamber, their chants echoing through the night. Their purpose remained unclear, but their devotion was unmistakable and terrifying. Not all succumbed to fear or fanaticism. Some residents refused to give up on the truth or on Mill Valley. They called themselves the Resistance, a small but determined group, united by a common goal, to understand the 1207 phenomenon, to break its hold on their town, and to save those they loved. They met in secret, sharing information, gathered from witnesses, researchers, and even former believers. They knew time was running out. Each day, 1207 drew closer, and with it, the threat of something far worse. As the days turned into weeks, a sense of dread hung over Mill Valley. The once bustling town now lay in eerie silence, its streets deserted and its buildings shrouded in an unsettling fog. The townsfolk who once greeted each other with warm smiles, now exchanged wary glances, their faces etched with worry and fear. The air was thick with tension, and every creak and whisper seemed to carry a foreboding message. The resistance worked tirelessly, following every lead, every whisper, every clue. They gathered in secret, their meetings held in dimly lit rooms where shadows danced on the walls. Maps and papers were strewn across tables, each piece of information scrutinized for any hint of the truth. The members of the resistance were a diverse group, united by a common goal, to uncover the mystery that had gripped their town. They believed the answer lay hidden in the Watchmaker's notes. Notes that were old and yellowed, filled with cryptic scribbles and diagrams. The Watchmaker, a reclusive figure, had left behind a legacy of secrets. His desk, cluttered with tools and papers, was a treasure trove of information. Among the dusty books and ancient tomes, the resistance hoped to find the key to unraveling the enigma, or in the depths of the ancient chamber. This chamber, hidden beneath the town, was a place of legend. Its stone walls whispered of forgotten times, and its passages led to secrets long buried. The resistance ventured into its depths, their flashlights cutting through the darkness, revealing hidden passageways and ancient relics. Each step they took brought them closer to the heart of the mystery. The stranger, his presence once enigmatic, now seemed almost reassuring. He had appeared out of nowhere, a figure cloaked in mystery. At first his intentions were unclear, and his presence unsettling. But as time went on, the resistance began to see him in a different light. His knowledge and guidance had proven invaluable, and his calm demeanor provided a sense of stability in the chaos. He moved with purpose, his eyes holding a glimmer of understanding. There was something in his gaze, a depth of knowledge that hinted at a greater understanding of the events unfolding. He walked with determination, each step deliberate and purposeful. The resistance couldn't help but wonder about his past and the secrets he carried. But was he an ally? Doubts lingered in the minds of some. His sudden appearance and vast knowledge raised questions. Could he be trusted, or was he leading them into a trap? The resistance was divided, some seeing him as a beacon of hope, others as a potential threat. Or something far more dangerous? The possibility that he was an enemy in disguise couldn't be ignored. His true intentions remained shrouded in mystery, and the stakes were too high to take any chances. The resistance had to tread carefully, balancing their hope with caution. As the final day dawned, the air crackled with anticipation. The town awoke to a misty morning, the first light of dawn casting long shadows. The tension was palpable, and the townsfolk could feel the weight of the impending confrontation. Every moment felt charged with electricity, as if the very air was alive with the promise of what was to come. The resistance and the believers prepared for a confrontation. Both sides knew that this day would determine the future of Mill Valley. The resistance, armed with their knowledge and determination, stood ready to face the believers, who were equally resolute in their beliefs. Weapons were prepared, strategies discussed, and every individual geared up for the inevitable clash, a showdown that would determine. The tension reached its peak as the two groups faced each other. The air was thick with anticipation, every second stretching into an eternity. This was the moment they had all been preparing for, the culmination of weeks of effort and sacrifice. The fate of Mill Valley. The time had come. The clock struck 12, its chimes echoing through the town. This was the hour of reckoning, the moment when the fate of Mill Valley would be decided. The countdown had ended, and the final chapter was about to unfold. The fate of Mill Valley hangs in the balance. The truth about the 1207 phenomenon remains shrouded in mystery and shadow. Did the resistance manage to break the cycle? Or did the believers succeed in summoning something from beyond? The answers, if they exist, lie buried within the silent walls of Mill Valley, a town forever marked by the mystery of 1207.